Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to summertime in Texas. That's right, it's the first part of February. Last week in the 30s. This week it's in the 80s, but that's Texas for you. Also, this is our first time ever having to make a two-part video. Two-part video? Well, yeah, you guys saw in the last video we were building the beds for the girls, these right here. And we did not finish them because we all caught the flu and it shut us down for a week. Well, today we're gonna finish these beds. Well, not today, but in this video, we are gonna finish these beds. And I had to do the thing that I dread the most. I'm gonna sand all these to make them perfect. And then I get to do my next favorite thing. I get to paint. I'm not a big fan of painting. I just dislike the whole painting process. I love building the beds. I just wish I could just be done with it. But I do agree, if you spend the time sanding and painting, these will look amazing. So today, me and you, we're gonna stand out here and make this a sanding wonderland. And when these are finally good, we get to go to Lowe's and pick out white. Do you guys know how many different versions of white there is when it comes to paint? Alicia said, I just want simple white. I've seen the paint samples. There's no such thing as simple white. There's just varying degrees of not white. But that's Alicia's problem to figure out, not mine. So while I get everything set up to start sanding these and preparing for paint, let's take this moment to thank today's sponsor and the sponsor of this video, Brooklyn Bedding. Brooklyn Bedding has been in the mattress industry for over 25 years, known for top-of-the-line comfort and quality, but without the luxury price tag. They truly deliver the best night's sleep ever, with mattresses custom made by the best craftsmen in the industry. Plus, if you're in the US, they ship conveniently to you for free from the Arizona factory. They offer different firmness options, heights, and dimensions, even non-traditional sizes to fit right into your lifestyle. They really have something for everyone. If you've been with us for any amount of time, you know we used to travel full-time in an RV. And when we did, we talked about RVmattress.com. That's because our entire RV was filled with mattresses from RVmattress.com. And when it came time to settle down in a house, we reached out to RVmattress.com and told them our dilemma. And they said, no problem, we have you covered. Brooklyn Bedding is the parent company of RVmattress.com, but they specialize in mattresses for the home. And since we knew the comfort and the quality that RVmattress.com and Brooklyn Bedding offers, it was a no-brainer to go with them. So they hooked us up with a Sedona Elite in our master bedroom, and our boy Caden got hooked up with a Brooklyn Essential for his awesome tractor bed. And today we are working on finishing up the two beds for our girls. And they're actually using the mattresses we had from the RV, which are the Dream Foam Essential Member Foams. And these mattresses are the most comfortable mattresses we've ever had. We know choosing a new mattress can be a huge decision. That's why Brooklyn Bedding offers a 120-night sleep trial, and they back it up with a limited lifetime warranty. Brooklyn Bedding also delivers your mattress to your door for free anywhere in the United States. Plus, it comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself, especially when you cut the vacuum seal and the mattress goes poof. And the best part about all this is that Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their factory in Arizona. That means they're able to use premium materials at a reasonable price with no middleman to bring up the cost. We love our mattresses by Brooklyn Bedding, and we think you would too. If you're in the market for a new mattress, head over to brooklynbedding.com. You can check the links in the description below, or go to brooklynbedding.com/pavingnewpaths to get 30% off your order with the code PAVINGNEWPATHS. Now, back to the video. Well, that was easy. Not really. It's actually been all day because when I told you guys I was ready to start sanding, I was not ready to start sanding. In fact, I wasn't real close because as I started to sand earlier, I realized I kind of wanted to cover some of these holes up. So I decided to cover all the screw holes I could that are not part of it coming apart to get in the house. That way it would look like, well, there wasn't screws there. So I did that. Before I read the instructions, that takes 4 to 6 hours for that wood filler to dry enough to sand. So the last 4 or 6 hours, I've been waiting for this to dry. So I decided to go to Lowe's and get some paint samples for Alicia to check out. Do you know how many whites there are? Because we're painting these white, but there's not just white. If you go to the paint counter, there's like 100 whites. So I brought home a whole lot of whites and let Alicia look at them. And she settled on Cuddle Down White, which looks almost like the dresser color in their room, which is what we're trying to match, but there's a lot of whites. So then I went back to Lowe's, got my paint, got my primer. We just finished sanding. Now I need to take this apart a little bit because the headboards have to come off to go in, and the legs have to come off to go in. Not quite sure how I plan on painting them. If I'm gonna leave the legs on to paint and then take the legs off to move it in and put them back on. If I wanna take the legs off to paint out here, which puts it on the floor, which makes it harder to paint. I don't know. I just know that part of it can be painted together and then you kind of have to take it apart to paint the rest. All right, so I decided to leave them just like this to prime it because I think it'll be easier to prime the whole thing if it's still assembled. Then, once we're primed, I'll take the headboards off to paint the final coat. Now, if this is like Bubba's bed, there's more than 2 coats because we primed his bed and it took, I think, 4 coats to get the John Deere green and yellow to stop showing wood grain behind it. We paid for some really good primer, so hopefully that's not the case, but I still predict primer plus 2 more coats minimum before these are ready to go in the house. So now, time for my favorite part, painting. I don't know about you guys, I dislike painting because if you're sloppy, all this can look terrible. But if you take your time, it'll look amazing. But you gotta take your time, and it's at the very end of the project when all you wanna do is get it painted and get in the house. So, I'm gonna get all my painting supplies out. We're gonna put our first coat of primer on these 2 beds. I believe I mentioned I dislike painting, and this is one of the reasons why. So that has got 1 coat of primer. That has none. We've used over half a gallon of the primer we bought, which is supposed to cover both of these, on just that. And I'm not sure that I covered this all the way because it got dark and the temperature went down and the paint's starting to spread kind of funny. So I did the best I could for tonight. But I'm not starting that one, and I'm gonna lay off on this one until tomorrow morning because I don't want things to be weird. Because you can see, I don't know if you can see, the concrete is starting to sweat a little bit. So we have some humidity showing up here, and I don't want this to not be good. So that's all I'm going tonight. Plus, this is taking way longer than I thought it would. But at least we're almost halfway done with priming, and then we'll just do coats after coats after coats. Maybe that's my problem with priming, is it doesn't actually count as a coat because that's not the final coat. So you're painting just so you can paint, just so you can paint, just so you can paint one more time. I really wish they would sell you something that would coat it in one time. But I know if they did and it actually worked, we probably couldn't afford it. So anyway, that's all for tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning as we continue painting the beds. Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. So I decided to spare you guys the unpleasantries of helping me paint. And this morning, I checked on that one. I did a pretty good job, even though it was getting dark. And I got that one knocked out this morning. Well, as good as it's gonna get. So this primer is almost done. 1 gallon. And you can see I'm not done in the cracks yet, but the major surfaces are now coated. And that's all I'm gonna do this morning because I have to go mow some yards. But that right there should be good enough for the day to dry. And then this evening, we'll come back in and get all the cracks that we missed. And the reason we're doing all this is because I need to get it primed before tomorrow, because tomorrow I have help. I have people coming to help paint both of these so we can get it done in a timely fashion. So I said I'd get it primed. That way it's ready to go when you get here tomorrow. Have I mentioned it's hot again in Texas? I know you guys saw me complaining not long ago. I wasn't complaining. It's so cold. Well, now it's so hot. Like, it's probably 75 degrees this morning, but it's so humid. I'm already sweating. We go from freezing to sweating around here. I'm not complaining. I just wish those perfect days in between those two times, I wish we got more of those, because for like 4 or 5 days, it was like a low of 60 and a high of 65. The most beautiful days ever. Now we're back to sweating at 7:30 in the morning while standing still and painting. And I'm about to go mow, so you know how today's gonna go. Today is gonna be a very, very muggy hot one. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go to work. I'll see you guys later tonight when I get home to check on those. I lied to y'all. I did not come back and get y'all from the last time I told you I'd come back and get you, because, well, I do not like painting. I actually phoned a friend and I used a cheat code. I called Alicia's mother, Lolo, over here, and, well, we're probably done painting. Hopefully, when this dries. This is our second coat. Y'all ready? There we go. 2 white beds. And you would not believe how many coats it takes to stop seeing wood grain, even with primer. So I primed both of them by myself, and then I phoned a friend, because you guys know I don't like painting, but I do like the way it is when you're done. So 1 bed and 2 bed. And the girls have already chosen the ones. Even though they're identical, that's Kayla's and that's Ashlyn's. Can y'all tell them apart? Well, they can, because they know which one's theirs. And I don't know how, because I've painted over it, so they're exactly the same now. So anyway, y'all need to remember, that one's Kayla's and that one's Ashlyn's. Because the next time you see them, we're probably going to be putting them in their rooms. So hopefully tomorrow, when I wake up, we don't need to do a 3rd coat. Because if we do, I'm gonna have to go back to Lowe's, because I don't have any more paint actually. So I'm really hoping that I don't have to go buy another gallon of paint to get these a 3rd coat. Anyway, I won't make you guys watch any more painting. The next time you see me in this video, which is in a minute after I slept this camera, we'll be moving these inside the house. All right, go.
Well, hello there. How are y'all?
Guess what time it is? I told y'all the next time you saw it, it's time to put these in.
I can't believe your projects, like your list is just diminishing.
Nah, you say that. I've added like 4 more things while making this one done.
Hey, but no more big furniture, I don't think. I think we've ticked everything off the little checklist.
I mean, there's this thing called a kitchen we still need to work on.
Who needs a kitchen? Not me. But I'm so glad these are done. The girls are going to be so excited to have their beds in their room. And I think painting them white was the way to go. We'll see once we get them in the room, but I think it's going to help brighten that room up a little. So, are we ready?
Oh, I've been waiting all day for you.
You've been waiting and waiting for this paint to get dry. I think we're finally there. Now let's just not scratch it on the way in. Just imagine me being very tired, because these are heavy. And tall people working with short people and our stride differences, it makes it quite interesting when you're on the little person end of things. But we're going to get it done. We've done it before. We can do it again. That's all I got. You're just letting me ramble like Phil. I know what you're doing. Sometimes he doesn't click the off button because he just wants to see what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to help y'all out. Bye. Never done making RV beds with kids. Definitely feels like an RV adventure. It looks good. I like it.
Y'all hear that? I did good.
He did good again. I think I'll keep you around.
All right, there's one. Now, you want to do the snap thing?
Ready, set. Did it work? Y'all let me know.
You have to go film the second part, then you make it work.
Be right back. All right, take 2.
And there you have it. Magically, we have 2 beds in our room.
It's awesome. I'm so thankful that it all fit. Like, I know we measured twice, but like, I was worried because this stuff over here is kind of big, but we've got plenty of room. I mean, they're little. We're big people, so yeah, it's a little tight for us, but this is no tighter than in Bubba's room. And I just think it looks good. It like gives them their own defined space, which is more than anything what they wanted, was just like their own little cocoon, as you would say, and they can just build this out and make it all pretty.
Now, unfortunately, Mama says no more filming until it's ready to be shown off. So
yeah, as I just said, they can make it all pretty. First, I'm going to make it all pretty. I'm going to make it the way I've always dreamed of having a little girl's room. So I'm about to unleash 3 huge trash bags of stuffies into this room. Going to get comforters put on, hang a couple things that we have, and just kind of get a little bit of the odds and ends done so that when they get home, they can truly make it their own. But we want them to be excited about it, so it's time to get started decorating, and we'll see y'all when we're done. Hey, babe.
what are you doing?
I was just cleaning a mirror that I didn't feel the need to clean at 3:30 in the morning while we were still decorating. Just getting it clean since we finally hung it.
All right, do y'all want to see a sneak peek before we show the girls? We stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing this last night. But here it is. Here is the final product.
And it will never look this clean again. I can assure you of that. So you might ask, where's all their toys? Underneath the bed, because someone pre-planned and made sure those bins were going to fit under the bed. That's what happens when you
measure, not in inches.
Right. I think they're going to be so excited. So I think it's time. We should let them come see it. They told me they think these are hanging from the ceiling. They got these for Christmas from Santa, and Kayla told me she thinks they're all over the ceiling, but she's not quite sure how we hung them to the ceiling. So she's not entirely wrong. They're hung. They're just not on the ceiling. So let's see if they're as excited as I'm excited to show them.
I'm going to go on record and say that you have a stuffed animal problem.
This is literally how my room looked as a kid. Like rows of stuffed animals piled as high as they could be. I told Kevin I wouldn't be happy until this was touching the ceiling if I was a kid. Like, we've still got room to grow. So let's go stuffy hunting because we need more. Hold on, don't open it yet. We got to make sure Daddy's ready. Oh, Daddy is ready.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
They're ready. Say, come on in.
I knew that.
You knew what? Those lights were going to be hanging?
Look, she knows the Barbie.
Oh, what do you think about that one instead of the Dr. Pepper one?
I like this one.
I gave Bubba the Dr. Pepper one.
What is it?
So what do you think about your bed?
It's really cool and cute. It's way more higher than I expected.
It's way higher than you expected? Why don't you go lay in it and see how it feels? You want to go in? It's okay.
Oh,
You want to go in your bed?
It's so high.
It's so high.
You're not on the floor anymore. You've got a proper bed.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah?
No.
You have lights in your room too?
No.
Look at me. You've got your toys.
Look at all these animals.
Hello. It isn't no surprise.
Is there more surprise?
The surprise is you got a Barbie fridge instead of a Dr. Pepper one.
I love
You
it.
got beds.
And you have these awesome blinking lights.
You got little knobs on your dresser and your closet. Look on your closet.
Look at that.
So is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Worth the wait?
Yep.
We gotta get some more artwork. Y'all need some stuff on the walls over here, but I figure maybe we could do something where y'all can decorate it yourselves with
Also-
your own art.
I can't wait for you guys to see this at night.
Oh yeah, I'll show you
This
a
thing at
video.
night
It
looks really cool.
It looks so cool at night. Yeah, it's good.
You're gonna be so excited.
Hey, well, do we have another surprise?
Look in here. Here you got your extra toys in here, extra shoes.
Do we have any more surprises?
What would be another surprise? You're already eating Dr. Pepper and chocolate in your new room. Pretty good day.
Yeah, Missy Prissy, when I picked up your mattress off the floor, I found about 20 of these tucked behind the mattress.
You know who
where
she gets that from?
Someone had been snacking at night. Definitely me. I'm the chocolate-aholic here.
And she hides it too.
Yeah, just let me put those back there so nobody knows. Yeah, you want one? Okay. We'll get you one. So is it good?
Yeah.
You want to change anything?
I don't really think so.
Good. That means we did good. What do you tell Daddy for making the bed? And Gran for painting it.
Thank you. Thank you, baby, to go.
I think that was a thank you. What's mean? That you only got one chocolate? Oh, because I opened it. I'm sorry. You think you'll sleep good in here? Oh, yeah. On these comfy mattress. Now you're not on the floor.
These comfy Brooklyn Bedding Mattresses.
Now
I will say, I was so tired last night, I was tempted to sleep in here. Like, it just is so inviting. Looks like you could get some epic sleep in here.
You're reliving your childhood dream.
What happens if I fall off?
Lolo, take notes. This is what she wanted.
Hey, they did good at making sure I had a happy room all the time. We were always decorating or painting something. So, you just can never have too many stuffies. Like, we can hang a little basket over there and put some more stuffies in it. Right? Wait till she starts getting stuffies from boys that aren't daddy.
How long until what'd you just say?
Wait till she starts getting stuffies from boys that aren't daddy.
I'll take those and I'll put those out in the garage.
You'll put those in a special place. So we're done.
We are done.
I mean, pretty much.
How long until this is a disaster?
3 minutes. They're pretty tired. We survived our first night with no kids last night. They spent the night with Gran and Pawpaw for the first time. Oh, you got chocolate. So we were able to keep it clean for like, I don't know. We're
about
going
12
on
hours.
like 12 hours now. But it won't be clean like this until I come back in here again. But give it about 3 minutes and it's going to be destroyed.
All right, time for the next surprise. Guess what's happening tonight?
What?
The Super Bowl.
Guess whose team is playing?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Swift's. That's right. We're Team Tay-Tay over here. Sorry for all you Philadelphia Eagle fans. It won't be terrible if they win because it's still in the Tay-Tay family. I mean, they're not married yet, but we all know they're getting there. So either team, Tay-Tay wins. So we're all good over here.
And on that note, we are going to get ready to cheer on Taylor Swift and the Swifties. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.